Welcome to the City Beautiful, Orlando, Florida, home of Churchstreetstation. We're here at the Cheyenne Saloon and Opera House to bring you 30 minutes of the best in live country music. This week on Churchstreetstation, the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. And here they come in a Packard limousine. There's John, Bobby, Jimmy, and Jeff. And John? Oh, no. This world is not ready for two John McEwens. But the crowd inside the Cheyenne is sure ready for the show to begin. So without further ado, please welcome 5 guys that have made a career out of their friendship. The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Get up in your high horse, woman. Woo! Get up in your high horse now. Get up in your high horse, woman. I'll make it up to you somehow. Moonlit shadow, she starts tripping firelight, jumping trees, flying across the right of way. Silvery morning, listens down the valley. She don't stop till we're riding the night away. Get up in your high horse, woman. Get up in your high horse now. Get up in your high horse, woman. I'll make it up to you somehow. Lumber's tangle at the misty break morning, catching light through a dusty window pane. Lost in lust in an island morning, she digs her heels in the stallion's flank again. Get up in your high horse, woman. Get up in your high horse now. Get up in your high horse, woman. I'll make it up to you somehow. Get up in your high horse, woman. You pay the price, you get to play. Hey, get up in your high horse, woman. You're gonna ride till break of day. To the break of day. To the break of day. Get up in your high horse, woman. Get up in your high horse now. Get up in your high horse, woman. I'll make it up to you somehow. Get up in your high horse, woman. You pay the price, you get to play. Hey, get up in your high horse, woman. You're gonna ride it break of day. Till break of day. Till break of day. Till break of day.
That's the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. And coming up, a young lady who comes from quite a family, Stella Parton, next on Churchstreetstation. Of Epcot Center with Eastern, the official airline of Walt Disney World. And now, please welcome a young lady that's proof that talent runs in the family. Here's Stella Parton.
I guess I'll be the herd I told all the standard lies. When I hear him telling one, it comes as no surprise. He never has a new one, they're the ones he's told before. And I've kinda got 'em numbered, and it's just like keeping score. He says, sorry I'm so late, but I ran into an old friend. I know that one well, that's old standard number 10. I won't be home for dinner, hun, 'cause I'll be working late. We'll score one more for good old standard line number 8. There's no way of keeping score on standard number 4. they're the ones he likes to tell. But there's a different set of numbers for the ones I tell myself. But my lies hurt me so much more than his old stories do. 'Cause I know his are lies, I pretend that mine are true. Standard number 3 is that someday I'm gonna leave. Number 2 is he'll be sorry when I'm gone. But the biggest one of all, the one that keeps me hanging on, is that he really loves me. Standard lie number 1. Standard lie number 1. Standard lie number 1. Thank you. I'm gonna do you another song I hope you'll remember. Well, that's the danger of a stranger that you meet in the dark. When you let him lead you on until you don't know who you are. Then you wake up in the morning, he's split off with your heart. That's the danger of a stranger in the dark. It was so good while it lasted, and it lasted through the night. At least until the morning shone in, made me see the light. I looked over on a pillow at a face I never knew. I said, is this the kind you wanna give your sweet loving to? Well, that's the danger of a stranger that you meet in the dark. When you let him lead you on until you don't know who you are. Then you wake up in the morning, he's made off with your heart. That's the danger of a stranger in the dark. Seen a lot of him, he began to grow on me. At last I began to love him, living in my fantasy. Sometimes love is a daydream, sometimes love is a ball. Next time you wake in the morning, love ain't there at all. Well, that's the danger of a stranger that you meet in the dark. When you let him lead you on until you don't know who you are. Then you wake up in the morning, he's made off with your heart. That's the danger of a stranger in the dark. Well, that's the danger of a stranger that you meet in the dark. When you let him lead you on until you don't know who you are. Then you wake up in the morning, he's made off with your heart. That's the danger of a stranger in the dark.
Say, does anybody know where the Cheyenne Saloon is? We're on next.
Jimmy, I don't think we can get here from there.
Oh, John. Oh, that's easy.
Hey, that looks like the owner of Churchstreetstation, Bob Snow. Thanks for the push job. Here again is the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band with Home Again in My Heart.
1 in a million in a lonely town. 200 people trying to keep me down. I've taken all I can. I ain't looking back. Small town boy in a backyard lot. Can't make a living with the luck I got. I'm gonna leave it all. I ain't looking back. That's the way I remember. It seemed to me when I was young. But I can still see the leaves slowly fall to the ground and the snow on the trees as the winter comes down. Still I go home again in my heart. across his back. He gave it all he had for what he believed. Like every other kid that came before, I grew up believing there was something more, and I still believe, I still believe that's the way. On a warm summer night, and the rain on the window when I close my eyes. I can still hear us laughing on the front porch in the dark. There are days when I know I've traveled so far that I'll never find the road leading back to the start. Still I go home again. My heart, still I go home again. In my heart, in my heart, in my we're back in my memory. There's a scene that I recall of a little run-down cabin in a wood. Well, my daddy never promised that our money would turn gold, but he'd lay awake nights wishing that he would. And when the world was on our radio, hard work was on our minds. We lived our day-to-day in plain dirt fashion, with old overalls and cotton balls all strapped across your back. Man, it's hard to make believe ain't nothing wrong. But Mama kept the Bible read, and Daddy kept our family fed, and somewhere in between I must have grown. 'Cause someday I was dreaming that a song that I was singing takes me down the road to where I wanna go. Now I know it's a long, hard road. Sometimes I remember when I stayed up late at night, when the old sun came and we got up in the wind. And in the shadows of a working day, our moonlight hours spent singing songs along with Grandma's radio. Now I'm beating down an old blacktop road, sleeping in a sack, living to those memories all in vain. 'Cause those city lights ain't all that bright compared to what it's like to see the lightning bugs go dancing in the rain. Mama played the guitar then, and Daddy made the soft lead bend, and raindrops played the tin roof like a drum. But I just kept on dreaming that a song that I was singing takes me down the road to where our name's known. Now I'm gone,
The stars are shining bright tonight, and so are my boots. Thanks, Savannah. And don't you go away, because Church Street Station will continue right after this.
All right. We thank you very much for sticking with us tonight and getting us through the night. You know, the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band this year is celebrating 20 years together as a band. Thank you very much. We'd like to do a little song about our checkered past, the ups and downs of this little business we've been in, called Partners, Brothers, and Friends. Boulder says he wants to cancel because there ain't enough tickets sold. The air conditioner on the bus is broke, and I can't shake this cold. The single lost the bullet, the singer's losing his wife. Well, I might be crazy, but I wouldn't change a single thing about this life. Sometimes we feel like champions, and sometimes we just can't win. Sometimes our records hit the top of the charts or the discount bargain bins. For almost 20 years of touring, we've remained partners, brothers, and friends. And we keep it together cause we're sure on the big time before it all ends. There we are. As long as Johnny's got his fiddle, and Jimmy got his drums along, and Jeffrey and me and Bobby will be singing all the favorite songs. Catch back from the folks in the front row, and the flames as the beat gets strong. It's great to be a part of something so good that's lasted so long.